Are we going?
Oh, we're going? We're rolling.
Welcome to the world's okayest podcast.
AKA
Scissors or sisters. We do hair, so hence the scissoring.
I feel like people think we're very unfriendly. Is it our faces?
Books,
Movies.
hair,
Dudes.
songs,
Kids.
mom stuff.
This is what it's like to spend a day with us.
This is us.
All day. We're just raw dogging this thing.
I have a warrant out for my arrest.
I can't. You just called me a meth addict.
Suck my anxiety out of my body.
Forgiven.
Yeah.
We're ready?
Let's roll.
Get out of here.
Episode 6
6
and a half.
Yes. Take 2
Yeah.
of episode
Yes.
6. Technical difficulties this morning.
Follow us on TikTok, YouTube,
Spotify,
iTunes,
iHeartRadio.
all the streaming,
Follow us,
watching,
share us.
whatevers.
If you want to. You don't have to, but do it anyway.
So I got an itchy face. I got a
You know why you have an itchy face?
Yeah, 'cause
Because it's
it's-
shedding like a snake.
Yeah, I'm like I need to rub it against a tree,
rock?
a tree bark or
Like
something.
our bearded dragons.
Yes. So
Where they wiggle their skin off.
yes, I need to just crawl out of my face and leave my face shed somewhere.
Ugh. Makes
No,
me
it's not
wanna
that bad.
Uke.
So 6 days ago, Dakota did the
Microneedling.
microneedling and chemical peel.
Peel.
I've never had anything like that done to my
And
face.
you're waiting on a new face.
Yep,
To happen.
it's coming.
It's coming.
It's coming in.
It's coming down. Coming down
So
the
it was
line.
like tattoo needle, just like I suspected.
I was
over-
incorrect.
Yeah,
It was not vampire blood.
all over my
or kids'
face
blood.
and neck. And then she just pours the chemical right down the gullet.
Down the gullet.
Yeah.
All like pouring acid on your face.
Yeah. So like where it has picked off, it feels great, looks great. Where it's like a boot, like an old leather boot.
It's not bad today. Saturday.
My forehead's bad
It
now.
was a little-
It's like
it
it
was a little
started
rough.
here,
It did
and then
start here.
and now it's here.
Yeah.
So
I'm sorry.
it's rainy. It's
Is the
spring
weather-
break rain.
Yeah,
Welcome
rain.
to Seattle.
Cold.
Yep.
Crap.
Dumb.
We're not in Seattle. We're actually in Missouri.
But
You're
the
going to
weather.
confuse people.
The
that
weather
don't know who we
today
are.
is
It is not good. And
rain
I
all
wanted to,
day.
like,
Take a nap. Watch movies.
yes, turn my fireplace on.
Mine was on when I left.
Anyways,
The book.
Yeah, the book.
Yeah. Forever and Ever by Lucy
Lucy's
Score.
score. Do I need to hold it?
I think you should. Because we got I got a little feedback of people
Yes.
that's like, I don't know if I can read those books that
Our
you
dark
girls
romance.
read. And I'm like,
but, well,
join the
technically,
club. I
Crystal
can't.
doesn't read
I
them.
can't read them either.
It's just me.
Just you.
We don't
And-
just read dark romance, though.
And more feedback. Anonymous member, watcher, has said that
ourselves a
she,
watcher.
she said that she must need therapy too because she is
She likes
reading
the ritual,
and
which
she
was
likes
a
it.
brave book to dive into dark romance with.
I will not
That's
out
what-
her just to be safe, but you know who you are,
you know-
Heather Shadle.
We
fine.
said we were. This is fine. We said we were name dropping.
Yeah, okay.
There are no secrets here.
No. So Forever Never, it was frenemies.
Frenemies to lovers.
Yeah.
The romance is light.
Yep,
It's like
Some of it's kind of funny. It's
Yeah.
spicy.
it's like
She has-
what do they call it where it's like you wait forever for the romance?
Slow burn.
Slow burn.
Yeah.
I couldn't think of the word. It's definitely Monday.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely a slow burn.
Yes.
And this is a big. I mean, all Lucy Score books are like thick. She's a thick old girl.
She is.
Not Lucy Score, the book.
I don't actually know what Lucy
I don't know
Score
what she looks like
but,
either.
It is. Do I have black on my face?
No.
Okay.
I feel like I do too.
You don't, but like, just roll
you're
on.
fine.
All right.
This is not our day.
No,
for
it's not.
podcasting. This is fine.
It's
like
I
a
don't
thriller
know.
romance.
Yes, it reminds
She's
me
like-
kind of like Sleeping with the Enemy, just
Yes.
because, and I love that movie. But she's like goes back home, has a secret maybe someone's after her. You don't know who or
You don't
why,
know
but
who
like
or
she's
why,
got
no.
this big burly frenemy that she.
I think that's what drew me into this
Yeah.
book was he's like a I don't know if that's how like in my brain I picture him as like a rugged wood chopper man, lumberjack. That's just what happened in my brain.
Okay, so he's Jason Momoa in flannel.
I feel like every book I read is Jason Momoa in my brain.
Okay.
That's not true.
Acceptable.
It's not true, but if you put like a rugged outdoorsman in, it is Jason Momoa
Yeah.
in my brain every time. I can't help it.
I get it. I'm there.
Anyways,
It's set in Mackinac Island,
Island.
which I read and listened. And so when I was reading, I thought it was Mackinac. When I
Mackinac.
listened, it's Mackinac.
Mackinac. And you made Mackinac fudge.
For
the book club.
Yes, I don't like fudge, but this fudge
That
was
fudge was
really
good. It was so rich,
Yeah.
but I ate it and my stomach hurt after.
It was
It
yummy.
was really good.
It was.
I need to make some of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good book. It's definitely like it's not a quick read because it's this
Yeah.
thick, but
But it's easy.
it was an easy read. There's some good spice.
Yeah.
Like it wasn't over the top. There's no gags
No gags.
in this book.
Nope, it's just normal people.
There were a couple
Normal
scenes.
people, sex.
There was a couple scenes that
It's not normal.
well,
I mean, I don't know. It's been a minute since I read it, but
that's not what I thought you were gonna say.
what? I don't even know where you're going with that.
I can't even look at you.
Okay. Sorry.
There were a couple scenes that they weren't like over the top, but it was definitely like, oh,
my.
I didn't expect that out of these two people. yeah.
I think I gave it 5 stars.
I
I liked it.
can't remember what I gave it, but I gave it 4 or 5. I liked it too. I was I was
Worth
shocked
the
at
read,
how
for
much
sure.
I did like it.
Yeah. I know.
So yeah,
I have a couple of her other books now
I
too.
do too.
so-
I've not read any, but I will. I'm going to.
Speaking of watching, reading, whatever, me and Allie watched the new Lindsay Lohan movie because she's back better than ever.
Yeah, she looks so good in her
she does.
new movie.
Like she looks better than she looked in that Christmas movie. Was that last year or the year before?
I don't remember. It's
Like, okay, so
remember.
it's called Irish Wish and it's on
Yes.
Netflix, and I loved it. It was
I'm gonna watch it this week sometime.
Yeah, it was extremely like predictable,
Cheese ball.
cheesy.
Love those.
But it ended, and Allie said, "I loved that."
I love
Yeah,
her.
It was cheesy.
I don't
I
care
know, and I'm
what
like, if it
anybody
wasn't
says.
her, and it was just some random people that I didn't know, I probably
Like a
would-
Hallmark
I
movie?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I never probably would have even watched it, but
because it's her.
I had to.
I know. I'm gonna watch it too.
And her mom, the only other person in it that I knew was her mom, and it was, is her name Jane Seymour? She played Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman. Was that show too, like you weren't born yet?
No, I watched that. I
'Cause
mean,
my mom
I
loved
didn't
that
watch it.
show.
I was forced to watch it.
I mean,
Dr. Quinn met. Like that was one of the shows that I think was on in the morning. So when you stayed home with your mom because you're sick,
Yeah.
she was like, "We're
don't-
watching The Price is Right,
Yeah.
and Chips, and Dr. Quinn, Medicine Woman."
Yeah,
And you
well-
were like, "I'm gonna roll over and go to sleep
yeah,
because this
or
sucks."
puke in this bowl.
Yes.
It was good.
Yeah, I want to watch it. You also watched Fear.
Yes,
and
I've-
I watched
I've
it
been
last
on
week
a
because it's on
watching-
Netflix. Oh, do you know what yesterday was?
No.
Wait, let me double check.
Yeah. No, I do not.
Yeah, it was yesterday. I got to go home and watch The Breakfast Club because yesterday
I saw that Detention Day.
Yeah.
I did see that.
I got to go watch Judd Nelson be hot.
80s, 90s.
Yeah. So Fear.
Yeah, we watched
and it was
Fear.
Allie's first time
Yep.
watching it.
Now that we can get through the uncomfortable roller
Coaster scene. Which when you watched that as a younger child, like I didn't watch
Still
Fear as a
uncomfortable.
kid, but I watched it as probably like a preteen. I didn't know what was happening until I until I watched it as like an older teenager, maybe an adult,
I
and was
secretly
like,
hoped Allie didn't know what was
my
happening.
God, that is.
But then I heard her go, ew. And I was like, yeah, I know.
well,
Let's just fast forward through
I
this
mean,
part.
it was Mark Wahlberg.
But no,
so-
she was like, okay, in the beginning, I liked him. but then no. And I was
I'm
like,
that's
yes.
kind of the
like,
point of the
this
whole
is
movie.
where we learn about red flags. But they shouldn't have used Mark Wahlberg.
They
like
shouldn't.
They needed
That was
to
a
use
bad
a
move. That's what
boy, man.
every movie, book, show that the guy is a like, why do you cast a hot? Because in real life, those guys are not that. They're
real.
scumbags.
Yes, gross,
nasty,
Blech.
sick.
I don't know though. There are people that you would never guess are like, secretly
Nasties.
psychopath.
I mean, that is true, but I'm just saying, typically.
Manipulative.
Yes.
Speaking of, we also both binged
Nickelodeon. Quiet on the set.
Quiet on set on HBO.
Yeah.
It's 4 episodes. And it
4
is,
episodes of trigger warnings.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was so bad. Poor Drake Bell.
I know. And his dad.
Yeah.
His dad was like, I don't trust this guy.
From like the jump.
Yeah, like he's touchy, he's weird.
Yeah,
I don't
he's like
him.
obsessed with you. Like
Drives a
then
wedge between them.
Drake and his dad. Yes.
Convinces Drake and his mom that his mom needs to be his manager, and then
and
the
it
dad,
was that guy that convinced Brian Peck.
And then the dad of Drake Bell was like,
basically,
fine,
like,
I
I'll
will
do what
whatever
my son wants.
Yeah,
and
but
he was a teenager. I mean, he was like 15. It wasn't like a 4-year-old at the time.
Yes.
So like he was trying to let him like
respect,
make his own decisions.
But
and
he told the mom, his ex-wife, never, ever,
don't
ever
leave him alone.
Let him be alone with this guy. He gives me the creeps. I don't like it. I don't trust him.
Right.
Blah, blah, blah.
And she was
Spoiler alert.
She let him stay the night.
Multiple times.
Numerous times.
And all of this was going on. And they kept it like, because he was a minor, his name wasn't out. But you'd think like in Hollywood, the name would get around and it would be like.
I think it's because so many people are like, it's like this everywhere. Like, if he goes down, the rest of the fucking ship's going down. Like, he knows, they all have so many like ick secrets and they're all perverts and they're all pedophiles.
Yeah, because there was a pedophile.
Two more
in
on
the show that they were like, ew, you got to get out of here.
I forgot
Handy.
his name. Handy.
Something
Mark
Handy.
Mark Handy.
I don't know. I only could remember because I'm like, of course his name is Handy.
Yeah, sicko. Ugh. Yeah, he was like sending pictures and emails
and then so it's mostly centered around
Dan Schneider and him being a sexist piece of shiz and liking little girls and
so it starts out with Dan Schneider and he's like the guy that made like iCarly and
every
all
kid
that,
show of
and
the 90s and
every
early 2000s
Nickelodeon kid show you can think of. Like he worked on it.
Yes.
And there's no like hard evidence, I don't guess.
There were no charges ever brought
like
against him.
Pedophile, but like he's a sexist because he hired women was like, you two can split a salary that a man gets.
And flat out told them like women aren't really funny. Like I'm hiring you so like people don't breathe down my neck about no men or no women here.
And then he was like always getting massages from girls and
from women who
set.
worked on the set and what a sicko.
I know.
And then he made all the girls do like the Ariana Grande scenes and
scenes that so me and Ramsey were talking about this because he watched it with me and he lives in the land of sunshine and rainbows, and so he was like, I feel like some of those scenes were not like, they just made them out of context. Like if you just watched it, it wouldn't be like one of them. They had a shake weight, and you remember the shake weight,
and
he's
can
like, "There's
see
no
that
way
too.
you could hold that and it not look like that." And I'm like, "That's my point. Like if it's at all questionable, why put it in a kids show?"
And that's what I had said. Like if it was one scene and they were like, "Oh, hindsight, that kind of looks," but it was like hundreds of scenes. There were like
they're on
CUM
TikTok.
scenes.
And that's what he's
Like
like,
with
the squirting
slime.
scenes, like it wasn't. And I'm like, but when every guy on
the
set
set
calls
was-
it a shot,
Yeah.
get it out of there.
And like
it's a kid's show.
Ariana
It's
Grande
gross.
and her like toe sucking in the water
Yeah,
bottle.
apparently he has a foot fetish because
Yeah.
there was a lot of foot scenes, a lot of licking scenes. Like, he's just a creep.
Thought about that show all night and was like, how could you in good conscience let your kid, like at this point in time, go deal with that? Not only is everybody a friggin' pervert, but all those kids are effed up in the end.
Well, that's what
child
all
stars,
the kids
everyone.
now adults interviewed said there needs to be more like mental health
Yeah.
stuff, because basically the pressure is put on them to be like the breadwinners for their family, and then they just rip it away from them when they get too old or too fat or too mature.
Yeah.
Like the one girl, she was like, I was the fat one. Like, I knew I was the fat one. And then she
grew up
and
one
they
summer.
booted her off and brought in Amanda Bynes.
Yeah.
And
Poor Amanda Bynes.
yeah. And that's what I'm like, they're all suffering this like mental break for the rest of their lives. Like, all because they did this kid show when they were little. It's awful.
And
it's
it
sad.
sucks because, those get like Drake Bell even said, like, I wanted nothing more than to like be on
this.
TV. And then like your parents are supportive, but unknowingly send you into like hell.
Yeah. So the guy
Awful.
that did all the unspeakable things to him, he got 16 months in prison.
Yes. And then got let out. And Disney hired him.
Like the part of his punishment
Was
sentencing
registering as a sex offender.
And then Disney was like, "Oh yes, please come work on Sweet Life Dak or Zach and Cody, whatever
Sweet
it
Life
was."
of Zach
Yes,
and Cody.
that was the OG.
Where there's young boys.
And clearly that's his thing.
Yeah.
Gross.
What is wrong with people?
I don't know, but it's.
But I think that happens everywhere.
I'm sure it does. And that's what I'm like, I know women are guilty of this as well.
I do too.
Like women teachers that are with a 15, 16-year-old boy. Like, I don't get it. It's gross.
It
like, you got
is
something
gross.
wrong in your brain and you're just as gross as a man. But it feels like it's a lot of men.
Statistically, it's more men.
And
you can Google it.
I feel like when you watch the Brooke Shields interviews by grown men when she's 16, then they're saying these repulsive things to her. And I'm like, I realize times were different, but also.
She's still a child.
Yes.
And you are 60.
Yes. But that's what I'm
Nasty.
saying. I'm like, it was like more socially acceptable.
Well,
I mean, they'd take a wife at that age
that's
too.
True.
So
I'm also like, you let Brooke Shields go do these sex scenes in Blue Lagoon. What did you think men were going to do? Like,
I think that was their whole goal.
Well, I know, but that's what I'm like. Her parents dropped the ball. Like,
yeah, and she has said, like, I'm shocked I've made it through because
and not
God only knows what's
been like a psycho. Yeah,
what they've all had to suffer through.
I know it's sick.
Very.
Speaking of, have you seen all the? I think the mom's name is Jacqueline. It's on TikTok. Let me just pull it up.
She has a small child, right?
Her little girl is like 3 or 4. Ren Eleanor.
What's she doing?
Hold on. Well, it won't pull up in here.
Of course.
So the mom runs the page. This little tiny child has like 17 million followers, maybe more than that at this point. People are like mad. Like, it is all over TikTok. They're begging TikTok to shut this little girl's account down. But like, that's what I was saying earlier was like, at face value, like I with a normal, not pervert brain, watch it and I'm like, looks like Crosby. I mean, but then I like see you see people talk about it, and like some of her videos will have like hundreds of thousands of saves.
Ew.
And it's stuff like her eating a pickle.
Nope.
Her eating a hot dog.
No.
Her riding on a like
No.
animatronic horse.
No.
And there are thousands of men in the comments
That's
saying
disgusting.
like absolutely fucking repulsive things about this. She is Crosby and Greer's age. Like it makes me almost cry. And her mom won't delete the account.
Yeah, so
And I'm just like,
because her
what a
mom is a
disgusting
piece of
piece
shit
of
because
shit.
she's getting paid.
Like I'm trying not to cry.
So
Sorry.
the mom is getting money for this, and
Yeah.
so that's why she's like,
She's making thousands of dollars off her
what a
3-year-old doing like, and that's what I said. Like on the surface, it's not disgusting.
Well, and then
to
it's
like mom,
like-
like if it was,
Yeah.
if it was just like, if you sent me a video and was like, ha ha, I'd be like, Greer's so silly.
But then it makes
But
me
then you
wonder,
put it like-
if she knows the mom.
She does.
Like if she knows like her eating something gets more
She
likes
does.
and comments and saves, or her riding this toy, so then she does more of those.
She does.
She should be.
That's like child abuse.
Yeah.
She says like
That's
she's made
disgusting.
statements that's like Ren's not on any like the dark web, which I'm like, you don't know that.
Yeah.
You can bullshit all you want, but you don't know that. She's had to turn off comments on videos. But again, TikTok doesn't
Is
pay
there
you.
a bunch of people though also being like, "You're a piece of shit. Take
Yes,
these videos
there
down."
Are, yes, people are begging her to take it down because it is the majority of her followers are men.
That's gross.
Yeah. It's
Yuck.
disgusting.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Should
and then
not
we're
have
all
children.
shocked when something really terrible happens. And I'm like, you're basically like, here you go, world.
Yeah.
All these pervert men.
Ew.
Here's my 3-year-old. And then the mom is like, I turn off comments and I block people. And I'm like, you have 17, you can't block enough people.
No. And how does she even know? She doesn't know. There
No.
could be like pages that you think is women and it's men.
Men, I know. Because she wants the money. She's
Yeah.
a piece of
She's
a piece of shit.
exploiting
Yeah.
her child.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
No.
Like what in the hell?
I don't
It makes
know.
me sick.
How
and
many
I'm
kids
like,
does she have?
just Ren, just the one.
Ew, I have to find this lady now. And like, I don't want to see, but like,
I have looked because I'm like,
shut her down.
yeah, because sometimes people are like, this is so, and I'm like, oh, you guys are reaching, but this one is gross.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, like when you post to TikTok, it gives you like your cover photo, and I think it's like the first second of the video, but you can go
can
in and
change it.
select. So she
Ew.
goes in and like selects photos where the cover photo is like Ren, like,
No. What?
and then acts like she doesn't know what people are talking about.
Oh my God.
Yeah. Her mom is like a giant pile of trash.
I'm
And I don't know how
Speechless.
no one, like, I don't know how, like, everything is child abuse in today's world. Like, you yell at your kid and they're like, well, that's abuse. And I'm like, this lady
all about the gentle parenting.
does this. And no, everyone's like, well, she's not doing, and I'm like, yes, she is.
That's disgusting.
It is disgusting. It like makes me livid inside.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And that stuff's happening all over the place.
Yeah.
Even like not on TikTok. Like
I know.
people like selling their kids or
Yeah.
I keep seeing a lot lately, but I think it's maybe like a not current, but it could be, I don't know. But it's the oh
I can
geez.
take a drink of this.
What's her name? She was a YouTuber.
Ruby Franke.
Yeah, her.
Oh my God. So
she like had like 6 kids or something.
Yeah, that's like a whole different ball game.
Yeah.
I was telling Cole about that last night because they finally released
okay,
like
so
body
that's
cam
what it
footage and
is.
Ring doorbell
Yeah,
footage,
I
and they
watched
got
that.
sentenced. Her and that Jody Hildebrandt got sentenced. I
To
think
what? Life? Because you can't fix that.
like I think Ruby Franke got sentenced to four stints of 15 years.
Good.
So she'll probably die there. I hope someone kills her in there. I watched the. Hold on, my mouth is dry.
So it was an older thing. Like it's not.
I mean, well, it's current. They just got
Okay, so
sentenced
that's why I
like
keep
this
seeing
week, and
stuff
then
about it.
once the like trial was over, they released like body cam footage.
But-
She kept a friggin' diary of
Yeah.
all the shit she
So
did to him.
she was starving her children to death and torturing them.
Duct taping them.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of the little boy that finally ran away. He had like saran wrap and duct tape, and they showed like hospital photos.
I haven't
There
seen
were,
any
like-
of those, but
Like they're like laceration. Like his skin was like gone in spots.
they said they thought they were peeling off the like saran wrap, but it was his skin.
Yeah, oh my God. It was horrible.
Because of religious extremism. That's a whole thing I'm
I
not
could
going to
do
touch
an
on
entire
here,
episode
but
about that.
Yeah. You want to know what the problem with this is? That people like that. She said she would not feed a demon.
Yeah, she is of the. Do you remember the case about Lori Vallows? And she killed her kids. She killed both of them.
Oh my God.
And like maybe her ex-husband or her current husband and her brother. Like she.
Maybe that vaguely
And
sounds
like right
familiar.
after she killed them, she ran off to like Hawaii and got married, and they found her in Hawaii. And
Yes.
that's what she said though. Like her kids were demons.
Yep.
What in the actual world? Like, but yes, so Ruby Franke got
But
caught
she
up
was like
with this.
running this YouTube show where she was like
She
parent
had
of the
the
year, like a
YouTube channel
parenting
for
YouTube channel.
years called 8 Passengers. Where she basically in plain sight abused her kids and everyone just brushed it off. Like the oldest, which this current thing happened to like her youngest too, I believe, but the rest of them were not living with her. Maybe
I'm not sure. I just now have been seeing stuff about it,
But one time the oldest one, like played a prank on one of the younger ones, and she took his bed he's like slept on the floor for like 8 months. Oh, and it was like nothing big. Like I would have probably like whacked Carter and been like, "Don't be mean to your sister. Don't say that to." He like told the little brother they were going to Disney World, which wasn't true. So then the little brother was like, "Oh," and so then
Jeez.
and she wouldn't
she's-
feed him. She wouldn't feed him on camera. She'd be like, "They're not eating till their chores are done." And I don't know. It's
hopefully
crazy.
she's getting her. She's not. I was going to say hopefully she's getting her punishment, but she's not. No. She's in jail. She has heat. She has air. She has food.
And
has a
I
bed.
heard a phone call. I don't know if it was Ruby Franke or the other lady that was in on it, but they were basically talking, which I'm like, this is why extreme religion like warps your whole. But they were in prison already, and they were basically saying like, this was God's plan, and he was just testing them. And like people didn't know the real story, and the kids were evil, and if kids only knew. And she like rattled off some Bible verses and basically was comparing herself to like I forget who it was in the Bible, but this was her lot. Like they were on the right path. And I'm like, are you guys okay?
I did see something though where she said she'll do whatever time they give her, or she'll do all the time she's sentenced to, and she hopes that like basically she can unlearn all her misinformation that
Her misinformation.
something like that. And I'm like, God, people
Well,
are terrifying.
I know. It's friggin' it's scary.
It's a crazy world out
It
there.
is a crazy world. And I think it was some Mormon something. They were in Utah. And she would make them like those poor little kids like stand out in the like 125-degree Utah heat like all day for punishment.
That is
This one took a weird turn.
Yeah, it did.
Well,
wasn't really intending for that to happen.
No,
but,
this episode is dark.
Yeah, remember how we were,
We
we have to do something light.
Yeah, we read light books. Let's talk about child predators this episode.
Oh my God. Well, I can't help it. They're everywhere.
They really are. It's bad.
Yeah.
No.
So what else? What else do we have?
I don't
'Cause
know.
That
was a weird. That was
sorry
down
about
the
that.
rabbit hole.
Yeah.
I turned 35 this week.
Oh yeah. You did. Happy birthday.
I'm officially mid-30s.
Well, yeah, you are.
We had a Gilmore Girls party.
It was awesome.
It was friggin' awesome.
I just realized we get, okay, what month is it? March, April, May. We have 3 months where we're only 4 years apart. Right?
Oh, yeah.
Never really noticed that before.
So we're not actually 5 years apart.
Nope, today we're 4.
Today we're 4 years apart. It's true.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I ate my weight in food
Oh
at
my
your party.
gosh, I did too. My stomach hurt that night, I was like,
I didn't eat dinner.
I need to poop or throw up or die or something because I feel bad.
Pump
I
my
didn't eat
stomach.
dinner. Yes. I did
didn't
not
either.
eat dinner
No.
that night either.
And the next day I was like, all right,
never.
rein it in. Rein it in.
I know. It was bad. It
was.
I did not feel good. I felt not good. That was the night I just laid in my bed and was like, I'm going to watch this Nickelodeon thing because I can't move. I feel terrible.
Yeah.
And I did, and it was awesome. But, yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
it was a good time though. Like your grandparents pretty much always do theme parties.
We do. We've had themed parties.
I mean, I do themed parties for my kids, but I thought it was really cool that your family did theme parties as adults.
We do have theme parties
because
as
when I
adults.
very first moved back, it was right before your birthday party. So you were like, you can come if you want.
It was a pirate party.
Yeah. And so me and Allie dressed as pirates and came.
I remember.
And it was awesome.
We've had lots of parties. We are party people.
Party.
We do birthdays. Very large.
I feel
love
like you need to, I know Cole got a Harry Potter birthday.
I know. I want to give Crosby one because she's my Harry Potter kid.
Yeah, but I also think you should get to have one too.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. I know I don't know if she wants one. She's already said she's having a Grinch party this year.
Oh, why are our kids so weird?
I don't know.
Greer wants a Shrek party. And I'm like, please?
Shrek and the Grinch.
Yeah, and I'm like, can we please?
Can we just have a normal
pick
party?
something relevant?
Yeah.
Like,
no. Mm-mm. I know. That's what I was like. How am I? There's not Grinch party stuff. I'm going to have to make everything.
Well.
As will you with Shrek.
Yeah. No, every day.
You know
Every day
what?
she's like, my Shrek party, my Shrek cake, and
I'd
my
rather
Shrek
have
outfit.
our weirdo kids than not weirdo kids.
Yeah, me too. Like, I
They're
don't know.
fun.
I'm trying to think what she said last night that made us laugh so hard. I mean, she makes us laugh all the time, but
So does Crosby.
I don't remember.
Oh, I got to tell you. Did I tell you already? I don't know if I did. It was, okay, well, one, we can go two directions with this story. It was Friday. Was that the day of the shop incident in the shampoo chair? Whatever day I went out to eat for my birthday, I didn't feel good because
I think it was Thursday because I didn't work Friday.
Oh yeah, I was still not feeling great. So Friday morning, I woke up and I didn't put any makeup on.
You were sick with the demons.
Yes,
the demons.
Do you
want to
just tell
Yep.
that story because it's funny?
It's your story to tell, man.
Well, I was bleeding to death.
Death.
Bad.
Like, you want to know? I mean, think our target audience is women.
Yeah.
So
If you're
men
not,
won't understand.
no, or
but
care. Scroll away, men.
yeah, just so we all know what it's like.
I had horrid cramps, like to the point where I couldn't
The
stand
doubled
up.
over
Yes,
kind.
and I
Yep.
was like, I need to go home, but I needed to wash my hair. So I had two colors sitting, and I was like, Crystal, wash my hair for 5 minutes, and I lay down in the shampoo chair and. Maybe it's
I
the
get
position.
her hair all wet, and she was like, "I got to go to the bathroom right now." And I'm like, "Okay, hold on." So I get her a towel,
And I'm
she-
going right now. Now I have to go right now.
She gets up out of the chair, and I'm like, I'll clean it. Just go.
I
got
there's blood
this.
all over
Like,
the chair.
this is how you know you're best
I
friends.
know,
when
when
I'm
you
like,
clean
I'll
up
just clean up your
my period blood.
period blood.
It was so bad. Like 10 years ago, that I would have been mortified about that.
Yeah.
But instead I just
this time you
I
just
shoved a
tucked
towel in my
down. Tuck a towel in and roll
I had
on.
2 colors. I couldn't
Yeah,
just
nope.
like go home. I had to finish the day out.
Yeah.
But yeah,
We're
I
all
was
women.
like,
It's okay. I'm sure
sorry.
we've all been there.
It was bad. It went through every layer of anything I had. It was
Stupid.
horrible.
Absolutely
You
stupid.
know, it's weird. My cramps went away immediately.
Yeah, I don't
Which
think
is so
that's
bizarre. That can't be normal.
I don't think it is.
Anyways.
Well.
Okay, so it was the next day,
Friday.
and I still felt like shit. Mm-hmm. So I didn't put any makeup on, but we were going out to eat for my birthday. So that night, I'm like putting makeup on, like, I hate my life. But Crosby's standing there, and she goes, I'm putting blush on. And she goes, Mom, easy with that blush. And I was like, you little craphead, shut up. And she was like, I'm just saying. And I was,
You're like, well, I've had a lot of blood loss, so I'm
Yeah,
pale. I need some
look like
color.
I look like I have pneumonia.
Yeah.
I have no iron. They're
They
buttholes.
are. Well, I was in Walmart with Greer, and I was like, I am freezing. It is cold in here. And she said, no, it's not. It's room temperature. And I was like,
Thank you.
okay.
Thank you, Greer.
Yeah, they're just,
Both of ours. They have no filter. None filter.
nope. Like, that is a kid thing for sure, but
Carter has no filter.
he has no, like, off switch whatsoever.
Nope. I have gotten an influx of messages about the school episode.
Oh.
And people relating and being like, my kid has ADHD also, and holy crap. And I'm like, I feel you, bro. It's hard. So, yeah.
Yeah, Tiff told me a story when she was here this weekend about Isla.
Oh,
They had to fill out a paper for a
time capsule.
They do it like every 4 years or something. And she was just, I mean, it's her sense of humor. But like Tiff gets to school to drop her off, and the teacher is like, you know, concerned, want to talk to you. I need you to see something, blah, blah, blah. And she gives her the paper. And Isla was like, I think it was like, where do you go to school? And she like, wrote her name down and crossed it out, and I think wrote jail. And like it was just
Accurate.
very Wednesday Addams-y.
Yeah.
Like, but it was funny. Like she thought it
like
was
she
funny.
did it to be funny.
Yes.
Yes. That sounds just like
But
Carter.
my favorite part was like Isla comes around the corner and she's like, "Why are you still here?" to her mom,
Tiff,
and
yeah.
she's like showing her the paper, like
what the hell?
"Why'd you do
man?"
this?"
Yeah.
and she just goes womp womp and took off.
That sounds so much like Carter.
Yeah. So I'm like,
Which Isla and Carter are like,
they're very
similar.
Yeah, they are.
Like gifted.
Which it's funny
like
though because
ADHD. Does she have ADHD?
I don't
Not diagnosed. I don't know.
I don't think so. She's very much a dry sense of humor.
Yeah.
And I just don't feel like you see that very often in a kid. So
No.
then
There are fuzzies.
teachers are like,
Something's wrong with this kid.
does she need to talk to someone? And she's like, no,
No.
she's just like, you just don't get her sense of humor.
Yeah.
And maybe it wasn't her normal teacher, but
Teachers are over the top.
well, and I'm like, they have to, I
get
guess,
it.
but
also, like,
yeah.
worry about yourself.
Well, that's what I'm like, that's going to be Greer because all the
Yes.
time I'm like, Greer reminds me of Carter. And then I'm like, Greer reminds me of Isla. But then
Yeah.
I'm like, Isla and Carter remind me of each other. And so, like, I've had a glimpse of my future just from watching you and Tiff parent these
It sucks.
interesting little
I've
kids.
always said Greer reminded me of Carter. And
Yeah.
hold on to your hat.
Yeah.
Because Crosby is, I don't think she's going to be that way. I'm worried she's going to be like the mean girl. Because she's already like with her hair. And I'm like, you need to,
I mean, Greer does that sometimes.
bring it down a notch
You need to.
with your everything.
She's going to be
Maybe she-
plastic.
definitely. She's already like, put my makeup on.
Oh, yeah.
I need my earrings.
Yeah, Greer was putting her makeup on this morning.
Give me a break.
Because I was like, oh, you did blue and pink. And she was like, it was purple. I was like, okay, sorry. It's beautiful.
Well, I have to help Crosby if she puts on makeup to go out in public because you've seen her when she does it herself.
Yeah, she really likes to put the eyeshadow in the brow.
Like, she looks like someone punched her in both eyes.
Why do they make kids' makeup blue?
I don't know. Can we just make it like
can we
clear
get,
and
like, a
pink
pink shimmer, something? Like, does it have to be blue?
blue or like green or I don't know.
I don't either.
What is it?
Dakota said, I expect a full review on the pod.
We got you, Dakota.
Yeah, we got this.
Oh, and I'm coming in April
yeah.
to get a new face too.
Yes.
It better work. I'm gonna be pissed.
It's going to work. I got the peeling skin pieces to prove it.
I know. I picked one off the other day.
Yeah, I know. How's it looking? Am I getting a little? So it's like as the day goes
see
on.
like
good,
good, like
good.
right here.
I did notice because it was just my face. Like I noticed it was like getting to the edge. Like it's like peeling to the edge. So I'm like, am I almost done?
How long are you supposed to peel?
I don't know. Till it's done peeling. I don't know.
Well, surely you're nearing the end.
She
It's been
says not to pick at it. And I'm like,
I can promise you haven't done that. I watched
I have a pile of skin on my vanity with my tweezers to prove that
I watched you.
picked
I
it off.
watched you pick it at Grandma's the other day.
I sent Tasha a Snapchat and she was like, oh my gosh, how are you standing that? I'm such a picker.
I
And
am
I'm
too.
like, well, I just don't look at myself in the mirror because then I'm like, oh, this has to come off.
Yeah, I got to pick all this off.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're a picker. I'm a picker. We're all pickers.
Pickers. Well, I think so. The chemical peel is the one for dark spots and acne scars. So, like, if you don't have that, you could probably just do the microneedling. She just really recommends how well they work together, the two combined.
I need to just ask her to look at my face.
That's what I did. But I do.
And then tell me what I need.
That's what I did.
Because I don't know.
So then the microneedling is for fine lines, wrinkles, that kind of stuff. So I think she told me I'm probably going to need like 4 or 6.
4 treatments.
4 to 6.
Good Lord.
And they're like 6 weeks apart. And so my recommendation is just get some really good slathery moisturizer.
Heavy moisturizer.
Because it's a sponge. And tinted moisturizer,
scared.
which is really greasy, but like you're going to need it because the grease just distracts everyone from the fact that it's like.
It really doesn't look that bad. It looked worse the other day.
Yeah, well, it's getting better.
yeah.
Like I said, it's like moved up here. I kind of feel like when I put my makeup on, it was like if you tried to put makeup on a dead person, how it's like, I don't know, like it's gross. But
I'm uncomfortable.
it's all going to be okay. It's going to be
fine.
gonna be
I've never
great.
put makeup on a dead person.
I haven't either, but I just, it's
can
like
imagine.
I'm using the brush and like it just keeps rolling off. Like, and I haven't used powder because I'm like, I need it to be
powder
like,
will make it like
I need it to be
to all the bits.
wet and moist.
Yeah. And moist.
Yeah. So
Gag word.
yeah, it's going to be good.
I am so like, it is cold in here.
It's pretty chilly. Well, the
Brian needs to turn the heat on.
put more clothes on, take clothes off. That's how the temperature works.
I'll bring my parka next time because I have on long sleeves and pants.
You don't know, next time could be summer.
It will be summer.
Yeah. You don't know in this
Maybe not.
state.
That's true.
We're in full
Missouri weather.
What is it? Full spring right now?
Yes.
Yeah,
like pre-spring.
Yeah, that's like today is spring, tomorrow is not.
Winter. And then it'll just be summer. One day you'll wake up and it'll never drop below 90 again.
That's the days I live for.
I know. I'm ready.
Yeah, I'm like
Ready
fruit,
for
the pool.
the summer.
Let's do it.
A tan.
Yes.
I hate this weather.
I know.
It makes me want to cry.
It's the one thing about this face thing is I was using those like tanning drops.
I'm using I got the Tarte
Have you used
bronzing
them?
drops.
How are you liking them?
I love them. I don't know if you can tell on my face.
Is it the kind that's like the more drops you use, the darker it is?
I don't know.
I
You
mean,
mix it with your moisturizer.
That's how the one I have is, but it is from Target and it's Tanologist or something like that is the brand. It was Allie's. I've
Are
commandeered
they
it.
clear drops?
Yes.
Okay, so the Tarte is like, it looks like
Bronzy?
lotion too, and it squeezes out bronze. You can actually see the sparkle on my hands still.
So this one is clear.
Yeah.
And it's in a little glass dropper thing. Mm-hmm. And
I feel like I've seen those.
Yeah, you mix it with your moisturizer, and it says 1 to 12 drops, I think. And like the more you use,
And it like tans your face? Oh.
yeah.
Does it stay tan after you wash it off? Like it tans as it sits? Okay, that's not what the Tarte ones are.
So those are like bronzing type drops.
Yes.
Then that's like
Not
will
tanning.
wash off.
Yeah.
No, this
So
one
like
is like
when
you
I-
rub it in and wash your hands.
When I take off my makeup, it goes.
No, this is no. That's not what this is.
Oh.
These are like tanning drops, self tanning drops.
Weird.
And I love them.
I want some.
Except I can't really use them right now. I did use them Saturday,
yeah.
and I'm like, okay, can't use those again because now it's like where my boot face is tan, and then when I pick it off, it's
your new face
white.
is white.
So I'm like, okay,
I did
maybe
get
don't
that
use those.
self tanner though, and I got it from Target, and it comes out. It's a foam and it's clear, and I
Yes.
love it. I mean, I would much rather get spray tanned by Tanya,
Yeah.
but it'll do in a pinch.
Yeah.
So-
Well, and it's still kind of. I mean, it's kind of early for
It is
spray
kind of
tans,
early for
'cause
spray
they only
tans.
Last like a week
But
or two.
it looked really, really natural, I thought.
ha-
It's mostly gone now, and I haven't put any more on because it's been winter and I knew I was wearing long sleeves.
It's 45 minutes.
45 minutes. Well, we got to go get pedicures. So.
Yeah. We
Bye.
did make appointments
Just
for
kidding.
pedicures, so
We do have to go get a pedicure, though,
we do.
because it's spring break. Well,
Yep. Thanks for.
this episode was rough.
It was all
like,
over the place.
we
You
had
almost
to-
cried.
I did almost cry. Ramsey almost made me cry before we started.
We had malfunctions. We
had-
actually recorded half of this episode,
Yes,
and
the
then had
audio
to scrap
didn't
it.
record. The mic wouldn't work.
It kept just falling in your lap.
I had to yell at Ramsey like to come here. Then Ramsey just
Then he yelled at
me.
you, but then he said
He did
sorry.
apologize. So
Like and subscribe and follow and all the shit is the directions
Yes.
he gave.
yeah, like, subscribe. So
So on TikTok, we are who? Who are we on there? What's our name?
Scissor Sisters Podcast.
Something like that. Yeah.
Let me tell you.
Because we have little podcast clips, but then also the funny TikToks that I get forced to make.
We haven't made one of those. Scissor Sisters Podcast.
And
yeah.
then YouTube. You
YouTube.
like and subscribe.
Yeah. Spotify.
Yep.
iHeartRadio. iTunes.
Yeah.
And share. Because actually, we've got more people subscribing on YouTube that we don't know personally.
Oh, yeah. So all our real life friends need to go subscribe.
Get your act together.
Don't make us force it on you in the shop because we will.
Seriously. We'll play that on a loop.
You get $5 off your color if I
If you-
watch you physically
If-
go
yes.
hit the subscribe button.
Yes.
That's right.
Yeah. We're not really going to do that, but it's a good
No.
thought.
It is a good
but
idea.
for real, subscribe. Do it for real.
Yeah.
Follow, share,
Yeah.
like. I don't know what
All
we're
the
doing.
things, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know.
We did get a lot of like subscribers. It's weird. I want to say followers on YouTube, but
Yes.
technically it's subscribers.
Right.
In a short amount of time. Like I don't know what your baseline is for like how well you're doing,
I don't know
but
either. But
I was glad with our progress.
Yes. We also got a lot of people that were like, "You guys are stupid. We're
We
men.
did get that.
You guys are
Yes.
stupid. What are you even talking about?"
But
I'm
continued
like,
to watch the video.
Chad, get out
Brad,
of here. Yeah,
Kyle.
Like, why are you here?
Where? Because they live their life to like bring women down.
Not these
Not
women.
us, because we don't care. We'll still roll on with our janky ass tattoos and attitudes.
Yep.
Sorry, not sorry.
Yeah.
Well, anyways,
All
I'm
right.
starving too.
So, who knows what episode 7 will bring. If we get our one new book finished, we'll talk about that one. I don't want to say it yet.
Okay.
You know what I'm talking about, though. Yeah?
Yep.
All right. Peace out.
Bye.
Bye.